Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Tylee tribe, our Amazon challenge tribe. And we've been off to a little bit of a rough start with our challenge so far, mostly because we have trouble banishing our bullies without them bouncing right back and eating all of the food in the tribe. So we are trying to figure out how we are going to remedy that, and I believe what we're going to be doing is we are going to start turning our little nesting area into a sacred nesting ground and having a sorting ceremony for our young males. And it actually looks like the young males, as soon as they're born, due to the unique species that they happen to be, they immediately crave diving into the jungle and exploring its depths. It's just hardwired into them. And they will have to wander through the trail of trials past several dangerous locations in the jungle in order to achieve adulthood. And if they manage to fight their way through the thick jungles and then wiggle their way back in the future, they will earn status among the Amazonians, and they may actually be able to become mates with the females in the Amazon tribe. But to begin with, they have to start off life as the young itty-bitties, being led deep past all of the trials of the jungle and then released by a priestess or warrior who will be deep in the jungle to do so, which will also get them out of our hair and away from our berry bushes. In the future, we will also have more guards around the different food sources, so around the berry bushes, around the medical plants. That should definitely help us out. But before we're able to do that, we need to have a baby boom, and that seems to be what Larius here is realizing. And she really wants to step up to the plate, and she wants to start seeing more babies born in the Amazon tribe, and she also wants to take over as one of the Amazonian queens. She wants to knock down Saffron, who she sees as a very sickly queen who has done nothing but spread illness, disease, and be too weak with the young males, letting them wreak havoc on all of the berries, just unchecked appetites, eating us literally out of survival. And she wants to take over. So we're going to see if she might happen to have a lovely female child who would prove to be a strong priestess, warrior, or princess in the future. And if she does, then she's earned herself a little bit more status. The more daughters a Amazonian can have, the more useful hands we have inside of our tribe, and the more status she might gain for herself. So let's go ahead and see. Is it going to be just a boy? I was so hoping Larius would have a little girl, but that's not the case. And I think she's going to be a little disappointed too, mostly because now his little instincts are going to take over, and little Nuvan is going to have to follow the trail of trials deep into the jungle. And Duke is actually on his way in there now, being led by this priestess. So Daffodil is going to be our priestess, and she can go as far as he can. I don't want him to land on one of these pieces and end up attracting a predator. So let's see, he's going to become an Omega, and now she's going to become an Alpha, and she is going to banish him. So she has now banished the young male, and he is going to wander the jungles. And if he reemerges and survives, then one day he may become one of the mates with our Amazonian sisters. But until then, we're just going to keep moving around with this wonky jungle grass, and we'll have to see if the tribe can survive. All right, so Tanu is going to move into the depths of the jungle. Messi is going to gather up what she can. She can banish her son for us when they come of age. And Kawaira has actually had a child with little Isra. Look at her. Look at her. She's so cute. And she has the gills for underwater breathing. This may warp from an attempted Amazonian challenge into a mermaid challenge at this rate. So we'll have to see. Very healthy little baby girl, which I think would make the queen quite happy. All right, but we do need to move our nesting location. I think that that's actually like half the battle, is just getting our ladies nesting in a different area. So we'll start building up a whole bunch of nests here, and then from this location we can start sorting the babies. Little Nuvan will start wandering down past the trail of trials as a young male, and he will eventually be released deep in the jungle. And then we've got our collector males over here, who are really good at gathering up the food resources we need. Kick the tree, gather the nut. Not as much as we need to feed the tribe permanently, but better than nothing. All right, let's see. And what can we do over here? I'll have little Tria kind of explore this way. And Rose can explore this way too. They can actually start looking for a mate. We have enough food to offer the fruit of courtship, but we do need to find some more mates because we need more babies soon. And we cannot breed. Cannot breed. No! Kaiser, why? I'm about to lose one of my males. Maybe we could turn one of... Okay, well, Nuvan... I mean, he's got short-sighted eyes, but he has a lovely stinky tail, so he might make a good mate in the future for some of my creatures. Let's see. But he does have that immunity B. We're a little bit low on diverse immunity genes at the moment, so we may turn Nuvan into one of our gatherers, because I'm about to lose one of my gatherers. Yeah, Tanu. Maybe Tanu? Maybe Nuvan. He's short-sighted. We don't really want to pass that on, so he's about to inherit a new position. Well, congratulations. No! We're gonna lose my Amazon tribe because I bit off way more than I could chew. Not good. Not good, guys. I'm so sorry. I think my whole tribe's gonna die. It was a fun, I shouldn't talk in past tense so early on. I just think that this has been a fun attempt of a challenge. We're going to turn him into an Omega. He's going to be a little gatherer. So let's go ahead. Can you even gather though? Because if he can't gather, yeah, he can collect. Thank goodness. All right, let's scooch him over. Let's see. And Rose, we're just going to have you kind of run for it. I think Rose, maybe over here. Tria, we'll have you run as well. And maybe if we just leave that big, bad, awful creature alone, he won't come and kill all of us. That would be really nice. But I'm not really, my hopes are not very high right now. All right, Messy, let's have you gather that up. Your little son Tanu can start wandering a little bit further in. Why did he get sick? Oh, because his mom went near him and she's got her immunity illness. Gosh darn. All right, little Isra is going to stay over here by Kawari. Yeah, this is interesting because a challenge often comes in with such intensity that we can't treat the challenges like we normally would. Normally I can like play niche and do just fine backwards and forwards. And now with all of this nonsense, now we have to seek out a male. Maybe it won't work. Maybe oh, I just destroyed that berry bush without meaning to. Ah, well, we've got lots of extra berry bushes. But yeah, maybe this isn't going to work the way I was hoping it would, because this is just too hard. But I'm going to see it through so we can think about what rules we might change in the future if we really needed to. All right, Rose just found some delicious food. She's going to be super duper stinky. The big-eared ape has actually been here for a long time. I'm sort of shocked now that I see how long it's been around. There we go. And Tria can go ahead and eat and dash this way. We can lick her wounds and we can go ahead and do a little exploring. Report. Saffron actually would get the report from Tria that there's something terrible going on. And I wonder what Loreas would think about that. So yeah, we're starting to get a little bit of a mess, but I think it'll be okay. All right, let's jump down here. Nuvan can work on gathering up a whole bunch of delicious, there we go, delicious berries. We can gather up some food over here. Yeah, if the Amazon challenge doesn't work out, we'll just see it through to the end of the tribe, and then we'll know, okay, maybe that didn't work, and maybe next time we'll just have like a normal tribe. Oh, there's the Crabbit. Or like a different kind of challenge. Or the Lone Wolf challenge, which may be interesting too. I think we'd run right back into the same problem of struggling with food resources though. But I really wanted to try the Amazon challenge. Maybe I'm just doing it wrong. We'll have to see. All right, well, destroying those. Let's clear out this area so we have the Trail of Trials done. Or maybe the key was just to set it up so that we're more specific with our breeding, and that maybe the warrior queens, if I had enough of the warriors, I could have positioned them so I always know where our wandering males are, so we always know where the best possible breeding males are, and that would enhance our gene pool. But when we just leave it up to chance by not even keeping an eye on where they're going, that's our fault for not having enough reconnaissance. All right, I'm getting a little bit of a flow to it. No, Rose! Rose, why? Oh no, she's attracted the big-eared ape. Oh, there's some food though. She attracted the big-eared ape somehow, and she's finding there's so many medicine pieces in the wilds over here. That's fantastic. I don't know why the grass is being that wonky and funky though. All right, let's continue clearing away all of the different spots. Oh, there's a male! Finally! Duke, you haven't wandered that far. Trust me, many of the females need you right now. Loreas, let's get Loreas over there. I guess if a lot of the females are going to court him, then we only have to offer him 5 food. Ah, he was eating from a berry bush, that's why. Saffron's about to die, but I think she would send Tria on over to mate with him. No, the mating didn't work. Okay, quick. All right, there we go. There we go. So he was able to see children born from both those females, thankfully. We'll get a little bit of food. No idea where the ape went. But yeah, I think that's where I messed up so far, is that we want to get our young males that we're not keeping out of here a lot faster and a lot smoother. So having a very specific area where we nest is probably better for us. And then, let's see, like Tanu needs to be released now. So he's going to be an Omega. So I think he and his mom will go as deep into the forest as they can. And then, can they go a little bit further? I think so. Let me select him. Oops. That's one way. That's one way. I think Messi would be horrified. But she would also, well, maybe I can attack it. Maybe she would give it just one go. She doesn't have much longer to live. Oh my. So maybe she would at least try. Like maybe Rose would hear this. Oh my. Alright, Rose, eat this. Oh, we got him loose. We got him loose. Okay. Alright, well Tanu, I still have to release you. But you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and should I move him? I'm gonna go ahead and move him. Dang, I think, you know what, Tanu? Your mother just rescued your entire life, like just saved you. So we're gonna go ahead and clear that up. But, okay. As usual, I have made it a little too complicated for myself. And that is where we're running into these problems. Also, Daffodil, would you be a good mate? She would be a good mate. All right, we're even gonna, no, Duke, you weren't supposed to move. All right, we're even gonna have Daffodil come over and mate with him. And then Daffodil can go ahead and banish him. And then we'll go ahead and make some nest back here in a little bit. Who's this? Were you a member of our tribe? I don't remember giving birth to you. You have some really beautiful genes that I don't recognize. I think Saffron would go ahead and say that he can approach and he can be part of the clan for her daughters to be able to mate with. All right, speaking of her daughters, Kawari, let's have you come over. We'll have to release this male now that we have mated with him, though. My goodness. What a mess. We'll release him this direction. All right, out you go. Yeah, what a mess. I think that's where my biggest flaw with what I've done so far is that I really... Maybe we'll just, like, keep destroying the berry bushes because there's so many of them. I'm gonna have to think about it. Yeah, this has been a mess, but I'm just gonna relax with it and just accept that it's chaotic. Because it's kind of hilarious too. So let's see. We'll go ahead and have a nest over here. Let's get some of my females on nest. I'll have a nest right up here because Loreas wants to sit up high where she can see everything. We're going to go ahead and kick the tree and eat the nuts. That's what Kier Duke does. I wish we had his Cracker Jaw still. Maybe I should put Cracker Jaw into our family. And we'll gather up some resources. So we're not dead yet. And I think if I start really focusing on condensing all of the breeding females into one spot so we can sort their babies, then things will go a little bit better. But let's go ahead and see if we're going to have any girls. We just had 2 boys. We're going to have our Amazon challenge die simply because we have nothing but males, non-stop males. I don't know what I think about this. And we're gonna come over and have another child. I mean, really, my poor females over here are giving it their best and we're just not having any luck. Tria, you can go ahead and come down. She would not make a very good mate of Kukir. And then Nuvan is going to block this side. There we go. Yeah, we just can't seem to catch a break when it comes to being able to gather up enough food sources. I think destroying the berry bushes is definitely helping us, and with keeping the kind of mates we need. So I'm going to send Tria back out. She can start doing a little bit of exploring. We're not dying from the ape is kind of a really big, awesome thing. And Loreas can go ahead and get moving. We don't have a bird overhead, so we don't need to worry about the babies just yet. And I think Loreas would want to do a little exploring. to see where there might be more food resources for her tribe. Because we just had 2 baby boys, which means they have to go down the path of trials and have someone release them. Utterly ridiculous. All right, come on, Rose. You can get over here. And you know what, Rose? We're having an illicit romance. I don't even know what kind of baby you'd end up having. And we're just going to go ahead and let Rose have a child way deep in the jungle. So apologies for the story part of our Amazon tribe being all over the place, guys. But hey, at least the events, there's a lot happening. We're keeping things moving. Ah! Are we going to be able to have our baby? Run, Rose. Run. No, Rose, no. No, cruel fate. She was just, that's what she gets, I guess, for breaking the Amazon tribe rules on when you can have babies. Did we finally have some females? We finally had some females. Oh, thank goodness. I was beginning to despair. I truly was. I truly was. Well, that's a big relief. And I kind of wonder, I mean, keeping a breeding male, in an area would really sort of take away from the challenge of having the tribe be Amazon tribe, but it is useful to see him near here. So I think what we'll do is we can have multiple females breed with a interloper male like per turn, but he has to be released by the end of the turn, like every time. All right, Isra, we'll go ahead. You're an alpha and banish him again. And he's supposed to get out of here. If he does or not is kind of up to him. And then Kawaii, we're going to get you up here. The baby boys are going to start moving out onto their journey. Daffodil is going to follow them. Let's hope she doesn't end up getting eaten by that plant. I would really hate that. All right, Tria, she's going to start clearing things out over here too. And then Loreas wants to be queen. Oh, there's a Dronomingo sitting in that nest. That's adorable. All right, Loreas is going to start exploring the areas a little bit better. All right, so my challenge is wonky donkey, but I'm kind of having fun just trying to cling to it. All right, Nuvan, I'm going to destroy that berry bush and that berry bush, and then that sets that little guy free. And destroying the berry bushes, they seem to grow back a lot faster than I realized when we have so many of them. And it does give us a huge boost of food and free up my gatherers to also gather up additional grass resources when we still need to do exploring, and maybe even serve as nannies. So I think that's okay. And I'm so sad about poor Rose. Did not plan for her life to turn out like that. And unfortunately, she passed away. Dang it! And now my boys are sick and there's just like a predator over here. All right, Kuvanta, we're going to send you off. And then let's see, Loreas, attack. Whoop, and we went ahead and we had a feast. So Loreas and Tria, our warrior queens, said nonsense, like no nonsense to that, and just dove in and took care of business. All right, and we're going to continue clearing away the grass. If we can get the boys a little bit further into the jungle, that'd be fantastic. So we're going to see if Daffodil can, her sister Rose is now gone, can clear away the end of the path of trials all the way down here, and then we can keep moving the baby boys to the very edge, and then releasing them. We may even release them just as soon as they reach the end of the path of trials, past the man-eating plants and past all of the apes. So this is going a little smoother now that we have the good delineation between the two. Ah, dang it, and we had another boy. At least we have a couple little girls to work with now. All right, come on, Anamira. I'm very happy to see you. We'll go ahead and let Isria keep an eye on you while she nibbles on those things. And Kawaii, I think, is going to go off searching for that male again. Ooh, and she's got 2 to pick from. Dukirnu, and then Kirkir, who does have the cracker jaw in the back, so he may actually be kind of useful. And we don't share genes with either of them. Nice. So I think we may take the stinky tail option this time. So we'll go over and we'll invite... Ah, he disappeared. Dang it. Well, I was going to say we'll invite him to join our tribe and to provide us with some wonderful genes in just a moment. But it seems like Kirkir is the one we have lured in with the promise of food. All right. So yeah, I'm figuring it out. I think separating the males and sending them far away as soon as they're born is like the best bet to keeping our challenge going. All right. There we go. We have a big old baddie who wants to come and eat our babies now. That unfortunately I think is going to count as part of the trials that they're going to have to face, but we'll send Loreas back over. We'll be kind this one time and allow little cuckoo New to have a little bit of protection. If we had a whole bunch of like priestesses and the queen sitting up here all the time, then the babies would always have enough protection to start their journey. All right, and Daffodil is going to clear the way a little bit more. So weird how this all like twists and turns around. And we'll have the little boys help clear the path to try, like the trail of trials. I'm kind of thinking we'd release them sort of back here. So we'll see how far we can get before they grow up. And then Tria, she can clear these bits away. And then we'll have Loreas jump up here. Hopefully we'll have another male show up. And Komi, there we go. All right, we're starting to sort through some of our females again. And finally having a little bit of progress with food too. All right, and we found him. All right, so there's one of the males. And if we had some of our warriors perched around, if we had some of our warriors perched around so that they could keep an eye out on the different spots, then we would be like, if we had somebody on each observation post, we would be able to see where the males with really great genetics are wandering off to. So that would be very helpful too. All right, so I'm figuring it out. It's a very bumpy like challenge compared to how we normally play. Sorry about that, but it is pretty fun to try out too. All right, so I think we're good there. Our tribe is still clinging to survival. Hopefully all of the little berry bushes are going to start growing back in soon. Good job, little Anamira, for the work she's been able to do gathering up the berries. And then let's come back here. Are the boys fully grown? Not quite yet. Not quite yet. Daffodil, very good job. Very good job. I think that maybe all the way back here is kind of where we might start thinking about releasing them. So way back here, where Daffodil can kind of keep an eye on them. How'd she get sick? And release them to face the trials that they may have in the jungle. So we just need to clear the path away so that it's easy to get the males over there. No problem. We've got this. All right. We've got some food over here. Thank goodness. And then we need to repair the nest. All right. Kunuku. Sorry, buddy. You've got to keep moving. You've got to go past the trail of trials all the way down here. And then we'll release you over here. We'll make a clear-cut path to it eventually. All right, let's see. Can I find some of my males, please? Now I actually, oh no, I lost the little guy who focuses on breaking open nuts. Well, I guess we'll keep little Neuro now. He can focus on breaking open some nuts. Oh, but he's got really good genes and we probably would want to run into him in the future. So he has to go on his trail of trials now, hopefully not get eaten by the birds that are flying around. We need to repair these nests because they're very, very important to us. Let's see, we'll gather up these berries. All right, starting to get a general flow. I think Kukunu, he also has really good genes we kind of want. So we don't have one of our gatherer males just yet. That may change if I can ever find one of the males again to be able to breed with. And if we just had more females to be able to send out so that they could be sentries, we would know where they are. And that's what I kind of meant last time when this is really turning into kind of more of a strategy game when we add these other layers into it, because I have to think about putting sentries out so we can see where everybody is moving. I have to think about like how to immediately sort the babies so they won't grow up and just like feast on all of our food. But it seems like sorting the little males and sending them off into the jungle is really helping out with the problems that we had of having to waste so much time releasing them or having to waste so much time like moving them around. So I think this is the right path. All right, let's go ahead, eat this bunny. There we go. And then is she ever going to find, we'll just destroy this berry bush when we're on the move like this. Kawari, oh, and I'm not using all of our senses either. And that may actually really help us out with finding where some of the males have gone. All right, Kawari, you're short-sighted, unfortunately, which makes it a little bit of a burden to find where the males have gone. But we can listen. And Tria has actually listened enough that she knows there's some bunnies over here. And little Kunuku is going to continue being moved. Wow, he can really hoof it, by the way, all the way to the end. But none of the old males. All right, we're going to let Daffodil eat this. And then it is time to finally, in fact, I think I can move Daffodil like all the way over here. And she can stand here. and release the young males. So we need to turn them into omegas. There we go. No! Daffodil! You were supposed to release him! Oh my gosh. I guess she had other plans in mind. Oh my goodness. All right. And I'll just have to move. I think, yeah, that would be a good idea, because then my goal is to basically move the males over into this spot. And as long as they are like on these tiles, we're not sending them to the next island, don't worry. But that just shows like the end spot where they will have the ritual of being released into the jungle to face the battles that they may, or jump into the sea in despair like that one guy just did. And I think that'll help us out. Just sorting them early on like that is going to give us a huge break when it comes to not having to worry about what they're going to do when they grow up. All right, so now we're just struggling because we don't know where the males we need to breed with are, which is a whole different set of problems. So I think Estra is going to go ahead and just take out this berry bush because we don't have a dedicated gatherer female for it. And then Loreas is going to repair this, and she's going to jump down, oops, and gather up some grass. And we're going to keep an eye out and hopefully run across a wonderful male that we can breed with pretty soon. And again, if we had enough females to set up sentries, we would know where those ideal genes are running off to. And I have been debating about the idea of possibly, like, I guess you could try setting traps for them by leaving a really delicious berry bush and then keeping sentries on it, so you could see when a really desirable male just shows up out of the depths. So maybe we could have like the berry bush that's over here or over here, we could keep a sentry on it, and we could keep some of the females who are interested in breeding our future priestesses on it. And then we could lure some of the males out of the jungle by their noses, looking for food. So that may help out with the challenge. I think I'm beginning to get my feet under myself about this. Thanks for your patience, guys. It's a little bit more complicated than just the usual basic survival we have attempted to do in the past. But I think it'll be worth it once we iron out all the kinks. And sometimes the best way to do that is just by playing. So we will soldier on and try to survive next time. I'll see you guys then. Bye-bye.